Tuned into the boom room, the livest show in fantasy. Yeah. Welcome to host Walt, Igler, Beat It Fantasy League. Welcome to the boom room, had to get in tune, rocking with the best. Welcome to the boom room, had to get in tune, roster is a mess. Welcome to the boom room, had to get in tune, in it for the checks. Welcome to the boom room, had to get in tune, in it for respect. Few things to address. D5 think he fly, he the
Welcome to week 9 of the Boom Room. I'm so excited to be back, but let's put that to the side and let's talk about it. First up, TNT versus the higher power, a rematch of last year's semifinal playoff matchup. Unfortunately, both these teams are banged up and they both just needed a victory. TNT with a professional victory, higher power holding on for dear life. Good win, TNT. Now on 2, Arizona Ryan versus G5. Arizona Ryan was still looking for his first head-to-head victory. Unfortunately, he had no answers for Derrick Henry. Dallas Goddard. G5 coming off 2 losses with a much-needed victory to get to 6-4. Next up, Negro versus Machiavellians. Man, Machiavellians receivers really let him down this week, but I don't know if it would have made much of a difference because he ran into Mr. Joe Mixon. 57 points, 5 touchdowns. What a game, Joe. McCole Hartman with a special game for him. Machiavellians, this is 2 tough losses. Props to Negro, who is 6-4 and quietly controls his own destiny for the best record in the league. Now on 2, another marquee matchup, Jabronis, the Legends. Now, when these 2 teams meet, traditionally in the regular season, the Legends seems to always win. In the playoffs, Jabronis always seems to win. With this pattern, hold true to form. And one word, yes, led by the great Cooper Kupp and Tyler Lockett, Lincoln Legends did what they had to do. Jabroni's team really didn't show up. You can see Jabroni's telling the Legends when they left the field, next time I see you, best believe Christian McCaffrey gonna be in the game. Now on 2, whooping that ass versus the body bag. Oh, this game was spicy. My sources told me that it was $150 betted on this game. Now, before we get to the highlights, let me take you back to Thursday. We had a draft party. All owners was invited. If Corey's at the draft party, you better be at the draft party. Corey with the trade of the year, picking up Justin Fields, who went off. Justin Fields had 56 points. He may still have won, even if he didn't play Justin Fields, but kudos to you whipping that ass, pulling a Justin Fields move out. Devontae Adams going against his former team. He showed up, but unfortunately, he was the only one. I guess it's safe to say Corey put him in a fucking body bag. Now on 2, the game of the week. This was between El Cajinos, Bread Inc. The winner will have sole possession of first place in the Beat It Fantasy Football League. What a game, back and forth. But it looked like El Cajinos had this game in the bag. He was down 6 points with Lamar Jackson and Duvernay, his receiver, still going just against Kenyon Drake. It seemed like a no-brainer. So much that El Cajinos went to the smackboard and said, is it too early for me to start preparing for next week? Because the players was playing on Monday night. So let's see what happened. Monday night, Lamar Jackson came out with an early touchdown to Likely. And that was just about it. Kenyon Drake had 2 touchdowns, scored 25 points. Lamar Jackson and Duvernay combined for 21.5. He came up short in a stunning turn of events. Bread Inc. pulled the game out kind of comfortably. Afterwards, Bread Inc. went to the smackboard and said, now you can start preparing for next week, but take that L with you. Man, what a game. Hey, listen, we're going to have some fun with this next segment. I'm looking at the slate of games this week, and honestly, this might be the best slate of games for this late in the season. When everybody bunched up, there's 10 teams that's only 2 games apart. There's 9 teams that's only 1 game apart. And this week's slate it's delicious. Let's talk about it. And for you viewers at home, we're going to play you guys versus TNT. I'm going to make a bold prediction on each game, and you can see if you agree or disagree. And if you got any heart, take it to the smack board, and maybe we can put a shuckle or 2 on it. Now, in golf, if you guys watch golf tournament, it's a 4-day tournament, and day 3 is called moving day. And I think that's where we're at in the season. This and next week is going to start to separate the contenders from the pretenders. Now, having said that, let's jump into the first game. Let's start with Bread Inc. versus Arizona Rhyme. Bread Inc. simply, you cannot blow the layup. This is the game that you have to have. And unfortunately, we all know how it is playing against the worst team. You don't want to be the person to lose to that team. Bold prediction, I can't do it. I want to say Arizona Rhymes going to pull it out. I just don't have the heart. But I will say this. Arizona Rhymes keep this game within 10 points. Book it. Now on 2. The Legends versus the Higher Power. For all intent and purposes, playoffs start this week for the Higher Power. This is absolutely a must win. He won't be mathematically eliminated with a loss, but he would need so many things to happen if he did lose that he's basically done. This is a game that the Lincoln Legends have to have. It's a team that only has 3 wins, second worst record in the league. He cannot afford to blow this game. But if the quarterback play from Higher Power is okay, I'm predicting once again, I can't predict the Higher Power to win. He keeps it close, stays within 10. Tell me what you think. Now on 2, a juicy game. Machiavellians whooping that ass. Machiavellians is coming off 2 consecutive losses. He cannot afford to lose this game because he will be screwed when it comes to tiebreakers. This it's not a must-win game, but it's a game that Machiavellians has to have. On the flip side, whooping that ass, who is currently tied for first place with a loss, could be tied for last place. That's how razor thin it is. This should be a great game. I'm calling for Machiavellians to get back on the winning track. Machiavellians in a thriller wins this game by 10 to 15 points. Now on 2, Body Bag versus Negro. Another great game. Body Bag has been scuffling these last few weeks. He needs to get this game. He needs this for tiebreaker purposes. Now, Negro, this is a huge game because as I said earlier, he actually controls his own destiny to have the best record in the league. But with a loss, he could be tied for last place in his division. And now you start worrying about tiebreakers. He needs to handle his business and put Body Bag away. Having said that, I don't think Negro gets it done. I like Body Bag in this one to win comfortably. Now, on to another juicy matchup. TNT versus the Jabronis. This is a game that the league always pays attention to. Listen, this game is more important for TNT because, as I said, with the win, they possibly could be tied for first place in a division. With the loss, they will stay in last place in the division. And TNT right now has the best tiebreaker record with all the other teams that's 5-5. He has no losses in that scenario. So TNT has to protect that. Jabronis is a big game, but not as big because his division leader is more catchable. He only has 1 team to worry about. And I don't think El Cajinos is going to run away with it. This would be a big win for Jabronis, but TNT needs this game more. I'm saying this is the most competitive game of the week, the closest game of the week, and TNT pulls it out by less than 5. Listen, I'm not going to pull no punches here. I saved the last game because it's also going to be next week's game of the week. Kajino's back in the circle again. G5. The smackboard talk has been ridiculous. I hope these guys can come to an agreement with a bet that they both like. Now, having said that, G5, if his quarterback doesn't go, El Cagino's very top-heavy team. Both these teams need this game. Cagino's not so much. Cagino's needs this game if he still wants a shot at the best record in the league. If he loses this game, he's going to have to hold on for dear life, holding the jabronis off for the division. G5 division is a lot tougher. He needs this game. He doesn't want to get caught up with in the wash, so to speak. Now, this game, I'm going to make my boldest prediction for the game of the week. Bold prediction. Are you ready? I'm not going to tell you who's going to win or lose. Bold prediction is the loser of this game does not make the playoffs. Boom. Welcome to the Boom Room. Yo, shout out to Jabronis, man. I love the intro, man. Thank you so much. For all you owners who want to hear the whole track, it's currently on our page on the Beat It Fantasy Football League on YouTube. I hope to have Jabronis here in the upcoming weeks to sing it live. Welcome to the Boom Room. Boom, 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 boom. It's going to hurt to have to beat him and shit in the Boom Room. Listen, man. Next week's show, you don't want to miss it because I finally get a chance to get analytical. Get analytical. Might have a special guest too. Thanks for rocking with me. I can't wait to recap this week's games because we're going to start to see what's what. Man, good luck to all y'all cats this week. And remember, I'll see you next week.
In it for respect, few things to address. D5 think he fly, he the Jets. Always number one, now opposite is Seth. Put JR in body bag, I must confess. Some owners play checkers, Caginos play chess. Me, T, and do really like Clay, Dre, and Steph. Don't do too much talking, they still wanna press. The main ones that's talking, they team don't impress.